Hello there, ladies. Today I'm taking you with me into my little bunker. Okay? Being that this is a time for war, I thought this location was appropriate. We are going to be entering into a spiritual battle. And so here we are in the bunker. Just wanted to share a few things with you today. As I said, I'll be posting more videos and information as we go along in this, just to kind of give you, some guidance and some help and encouragement throughout this. So today, I wanted to share a few things regarding the fasting portion. Now, I am actually going to be fasting, doing a type of fasting throughout the whole month of March. And I'm going all in. I've done some intense fasts before. This is going to be the most intense fast that I have ever done. And but I feel that it's needed, and I really feel it in my spirit. So I encourage you to do whatever it is that you can do. Now, I know some people have health limitations. I apologize if this is shaking. I need to get, I'm holding it out with my hand, and my arm can only do it for so long, and it starts shaking. So I need to build up that strength in my body as well as in my spirit man. But whatever it is that you can do, I love this saying. This is one of my favorites. Is if you want something that you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. Or there's a few different sayings that are very similar, and have the same type of meaning. But another one says, if you always do what you've always done, then you'll always get what you've always got. And so if you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're going to get the same results. If you want different results, you've got to try something different. You've got to go a little more. So fasting is like nothing else. It's denying our flesh. I mean, we all know what fasting is, right? But denying our flesh, and you know what is a sacrifice to you. Even if you have health limitations or whatever, you know what is a sacrifice, and you know what you can do. And even if it seems hard and it seems like a stretch, I promise you that if you do it and you have the right spirit and the right attitude and the right intent, that you will see results. Things will happen in the spirit, because fasting, what it does is it binds the strong man, as the Bible says. And I'll get into that more at a different time, but it binds the enemy. He has no power over us when he cannot get to us through our flesh. That is a huge stumbling block for us, is our flesh. And yes, a basic need for our bodies is to eat and have proper nutrition. But just remember, when we are weak in body, we are strong in spirit. Okay, not all the times, but regarding when we are fasting, when your body feels weak and drained, your spirit man is getting strengthened. So it is important to, and this is not something that we're going to be doing long term, as far as we're this is a temporary thing, right? We're going to go back to eating normal and things like that, hopefully putting good things into our body, more than we are the bad stuff. But we're going to go back to that. But this is a temporary thing, and to just get our flesh in submission to our spirit. And there's so many benefits of fasting, and there's so many good teachings and preachings on fasting out there. Benefits, motivation, faith building, all kinds of stuff. And I'll try to post some of those as well. So I'm not going to get into all of that, because I feel like, mine would pale in comparison. There's just so many good sources out there that have a lot more. But I just want to touch on just a few things. So I guess really quick, just a couple more of the benefits of fasting is that it gets our flesh out of the way, and it clears the junk out. And that is our body, our mind, and our spirit. Okay. It's good and it's cleansing for our bodies, but what that helps with, and you can look at the, there are studies and stuff done, but I know and I can testify that it clears my mind. Like I'm able to think more clearly during the times when I'm fasting. Maybe not in the very beginning when your body is going through that detox stage. It's hard sometimes. You are even more. It's like you're foggy and cloudy, can't think clearly. But once you pass that stage, then you can think more clearly, and that is so important, especially when we're talking about spiritual things and goals and being strategic in our attacks and in our war. Okay, so just some quick little tips here. So you make your own, decide, pray about it, and seek God as far as what kind of fast you're going to do, how long, the days. If you want to do different days and spread it out throughout the month. If you want to, go for, I would encourage you, if you can, health-wise, to try to do a longer fast than you've done. If you've only fasted a day, go for 3 days. Try to fast 3 days, just water. And I will be sharing some things as well to help you in fasting if you're going to attempt a longer fast. I can give you some tips as far as helping you to be successful in that, things that will help just keep your strength and your energy level going and stuff, as far as things that I've done when I go on a little bit longer fast. So, but I would encourage you to do that because rather than just saying, okay, well, I'm going to cut out, sweets, or I'm going to cut out, this, or I'm going to do the Daniel's fast. Like, those are all good things. Believe me. Don't get me wrong. They're good things, and denying our flesh is important. But it's just, there's more when you sacrifice more. And I know, to God, obedience is better than sacrifice, right? But there's something to be said, and it has a lot to do with the enemy and just conquering our flesh and saying no to our flesh. It's not twisting God's arm. That's not what fasting is. It's not bending his arm. It's not, trying to do this manipulation to try to get what we want. That's not what it is. It's about getting closer to him. That's the most important thing in a fast. We've got to have the right mindset and attitude when we go into it. But just a couple tips that I want to say. Make a commitment, okay? Mark it out on your calendar, and just tell yourself, these are the days that I am fasting. This is what I'm going to do. This is my plan, and stick to it. In war, strategies are very important. They're very important. Having a strategy will help you to be successful. If you just go, well, I'm just going to, play, oh, well, we'll just see, maybe if the enemy shows up here. No, I'm sorry. You're going to lose. You've got to be strategic. You've got to have a plan. And so the same goes with fasting. You've got to prepare yourself mentally in order to do it and to be successful. And this, having a group doing it together is that just helps. It really does help. The motivation and the accountability, as I mentioned before. So make a commitment, write it on your calendar, stick to it. Stick to it. Don't allow that to change. Don't back down based on how you feel in your flesh. You're going to be hungry. You're going to be tempted. Just get that in your head. You're going to face those things, but be ready for it. And you're just going to tell yourself no. again, I will give more tips as we go along, but I like to even write scriptures out on note cards or on post-it notes or whatever and stick them around. You can put them in your kitchen, on your refrigerator, on your cabinets. Things that will help. It might sound silly, but really does help. Just little reminders for us to see. Man shall not live by bread alone, okay, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. And there's so many more, but just, make those little notes and reminders for yourself. What I'm going for, what I'm fasting for, is more important than how I feel right now, okay? Just little reminders for yourself, whatever will keep you going and keep you motivated, and just be those little reminders that you need. Here's another tip: give your family members a heads up. Now, when we read in the Bible about fasting, we're not supposed to go, making a big deal out of it and telling everybody, because we're not trying to, bring glory to ourselves, or, oh, look at how religious and spiritual I am because, I'm fasting and all that. No, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. That's the wrong spirit and the wrong attitude, and Jesus talks about that. But I would encourage you to give your family members a heads up. I do this because um, it will help me to be successful, honestly, especially a longer fast. I will let them know, hey, I'm going to be fasting. Can you guys just, help me out as far as kind of, make meals for yourselves when you can. I mean, I'll still cook for them, but, not as much. And it certainly does help out if they're fending for themselves, and, um, just being a little more conscious of that, not offering me cake, things like that. But I mean, you have to just deal with those temptations as they come, because they're going to be there, either any which way you look at it. But that does help. I would say, give them a heads up. Hey, I'm going to be fasting during this time. If you can just help me out and support me in this. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so we're in this together, and it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. Okay, so hopefully that is helpful and motivating, and I will try to keep posting more and sharing more as we go along. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Any comments, anything that you would like to add, please feel free to do so. Thank you, and God bless you.